I'm Michelle Yu, and welcome to a very special series we are doing here in conjunction with AAPITA, where we are highlighting a champion in Asian American tennis. And today we have a very special guest to kick off our series. From wheelchair tennis, ranked number 7 in the world, the one and only, the newlywed, Dana Mathewson. Dana, thank you so much for joining us and being our very first guest in this new series we're doing.
I'm so excited to be the first guest ever. I didn't realize I was the first. That makes it even more exciting. So thank you.
Yes, you are. And I think there's so much to celebrate when it comes to Asian American tennis, but also especially for you, because you've had quite a busy fall down in South America, in Chile. 2 gold medals that you got there, singles, doubles at the Parapan Games, and also you were the flag bearer for the United States. What a special moment. Just describe all the emotions down there.
Oh, it was amazing. I think when I found out that I was nominated to be a flag bearer, that was like the coolest thing. The US is one of the few countries where you get nominated by your peers to be a flag bearer. So the fact that my teammates wanted me to lead them into the stadium was just a really cool thing, especially because I haven't had the opportunity to meet most of Team USA. Like Team USA is huge. So to be picked for that was really cool. Going into the stadium, getting to hold the flag with Ben, who also did it with me, was so amazing. And then to follow that up with a performance where I didn't lose any matches down there was obviously like the goal, but it's not always what is achieved, right? As every tennis player knows, there's only one person that wins every week. And I can't believe that was me. So it was amazing. The fans down there were so cool. I couldn't have asked for a better experience.
Well, last year you also had similar success because you were also doing very big things at the 2022 Wimbledon Championships. You won in doubles and you became the first American woman to win a major in wheelchair tennis. Correct me if I'm wrong on
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
That is an amazing feat. What is it like to win Wimbledon?
Oh, it's incredible. I think even just to play Wimbledon is so cool. In wheelchair tennis currently, to play at Wimbledon, even you have to be top 8 in the world or even top 7 because the number 8 spot goes to a wild card, and that's usually a British person, understandably. So for me to even play there was like, wow, okay, I'm at like, the home of tennis. It's Wimbledon. So I was just excited to be there, participate in the event, compete. Again, you're playing against the top 8 in the world, so every single match is really hard. I didn't think that I would walk away with the trophy, much less the big one. And to be able to do that with Yui, who is also Asian, was really cool. I've always looked up to her. She's been either number 1 or number 2 in the world for the entirety of my pro tennis career. So to be able to team up with her and then walk away with a trophy was surreal.
Now, I don't know if you remember this, but a few years ago we met. I had interviewed you for the first time, and you were a young, shy, up and coming player, and you looked at me and you were like, "Why are you interviewing me?" And I said, "Because you're a breakout star." And you said to me, "Who told you that?" And you really are. Because you have been a semifinalist at the U.S. Open, a quarterfinalist at other slams. You really have been on the tour now, for a while in wheelchair tennis, and you're a force after all the accomplishments that I just listed. What does it mean to you to be Asian American and really be that face now in tennis, representing all Asians?
It means a lot. I think to be able to represent anything is exciting. Like it's an honor when I get to represent Team USA. It's an honor to represent the Asian community, but much less the Asian American community, which is even more small. I think it's something I'm proud of. I grew up with my mom really being the single parent that raised me, and my mom is Chinese. So like my family in my head is just Chinese people. Like I didn't really grow up with the white side of my family. So I consider myself just like fully Asian, if that makes sense. So I think to be able to represent that community means a lot to me. I've learned so much from different members of the community. I admire so many different people in the Asian American community. And so to be able to not only be a part of it, but to be recognized as a person that can influence within that community is a real honor. And honestly, still feels weird that I can say that. But yeah, I already said it. It's an honor, really.
Well, it's really wonderful because you're in great company because Jessica Pagula, on the WTA tour, she's top three, I believe, in the
Yeah.
world now. And she's gone on, to do big things. Vanya King, who is the founding member of APITA, which is the Asian American Pacific Islander Tennis Association. She also is a fellow Wimbledon doubles champion winner as well in women's singles. So, and of course, Michael Chang, he is, the hero in
Yeah.
Asian American tennis, having won that French Open when he was a teenager back in 1989. So I think, it's amazing to see so many Asian American faces, but there's more now, Dana. There's more like you, more like Jessica, more like Vanya. There's the Claire Liu's, the Ann Lees of the world. On the men's side, there's Brandon Nakashima,
Yeah.
Mackie McDonald, who has gone on with big matches and big wins in his career. What does that say about the state of Asian American tennis?
Oh, I think it shows that we're a force to be reckoned with. I think a lot of the values in Asian households really transfer well into tennis. There's a lot of discipline that needs to be applied. There's a lot of it's like the work before play mindset. You've got to like put the work in. You've got to set goals. You got all those things that I think are really common in a lot of Asian households and many other cultures as well, but especially across different Asian cultures, I think lend themselves to tennis. Tennis is a very polarizing sport. It's super technical. You have to be okay being by yourself, but you also have to be okay socializing, working well as part of a team. And a lot of the people that I've interacted with, not only here at the USTA, like you mentioned, Claire Liu, Ann Lee, Mackie McDonald. I saw a lot of them just today when I was training, which is where I just got back from.
Down in Lake
But all,
Nona.
all of them are role models in the community. I think they hold themselves so well. I'm honored to be listed in it within names like them. And even in the wheelchair tennis space, I was thinking it today because we're hosting a junior camp here. The majority of our junior team are Asian Americans. Like my partner that I won gold with down in Santiago, her name is Maylee Phelps. She's adopted from China and she's incredible. We have another junior boy, Max, who's from New York. Like there's just so much promise. And I think it's so exciting to see it, I can't say that it's like Asian people are just better at tennis than other people. I don't think that's the case, but I think it's really cool to look around and see the representation that we have and see that we are like a really driving force within multiple communities, but within tennis, that's awesome.
Well, with that being said, there's two sides to this because when you grow up from an Asian American household, you have strict parents. You
Yeah.
talk about your Chinese mom, they want you to be, very disciplined, and tennis is a very disciplined sport.
Yes.
But, in the Asian culture per se, everyone wanted you to just focus on something, do well in school, be a doctor or a lawyer, because if you didn't do that,
Or
you
an
I don't know what you
engineer.
were doing. But here we are, doing different things, you proving that you have a right in tennis. I'm in media, and I think, these are not doctor or lawyer categories, and we have a voice. We have a
Yeah.
voice, and I think it's up to us now to use that voice to help the next generation. What more can Asian Americans do by using that voice, you think, to make this progress continue?
I think it really just goes along the lines with what you said. Like anything is really possible. I think that you're spot on in that growing up in different generations, I think it's very different for myself now and for generations behind me. Or I guess in front of me. You get what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's a lot more opportunity, I think, in terms of what parents are open to. I know that my mom wanted to do, I forget the job that she wanted to do, but like you just mentioned, she went into being a medical doctor because that's what her parents really pushed her to. But I think it's so exciting to see that a lot of Asian Americans or Asians in general feel comfortable reaching for different dreams. And I think it's great that we as tennis players can serve as reminders that, hey, you can still be excellent in other fields and still impact the world in other ways. You don't have to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer to be just as impactful or support your family or just have as much of a meaningful place in society. And I think that's really cool. I think it's an important message, not just for Asian Americans, but for everybody. Like, if you set your sights on something and you want to be really good at it, go and do it. It doesn't matter if you want to be the world's best receptionist or the world's best, do you know what I mean, soccer player or teacher or what have you. Like, the world needs excellent people in every field. And it doesn't matter what race you are or your economic status or whatever, like, set your sights on something and go be great at it. And I think that if we can do that within the Asian community and spread that message, then we're all going to be better for it.
Well, I think you're definitely doing just that, helping spread that message with all the success that you have had on and off the court. Dana Mathewson said, Dana Mathewson, I'm so starstruck. Thank you so much for joining us in our
Thank
very
you.
first APITA series.
Thank you for having me. It was great.